Alright, what is up everybody? It's Lids, and today we are going to be doing our first ever Mass Effect 3 multiplayer stream, which I'm extremely excited to do because Mass Effect is tied for my favorite game ever. So, I am looking forward to getting the chance to test this stuff out. And today what we are going to do is we are, of course, going to do multiplayer Mass Effect 3, which means we'll be having other people popping in and out to the extent that there are other people who are interested in joining us today. But we will be doing something where, well, if you take a look at the red circle with the white L below chat, you click on that, you'll see there should be a variety of options that you have that you can make certain requests, like, say, picking specific characters, weapons, arenas, enemies, all that stuff for. So if you want to see a specific type of game, it's all up to you. So that's the plan for today. I am going to hop in real quick to Discord to chat with some people who are joining us for the day. So let me just do that real quick here. We've got both the people who are in our group now in the stream waiting room. So sorry about that, but it appears as though for some reason, even after adding that role, I was not able to hop into the stream too. But hopefully, at least for now, this will be fine.
It'll suffice.
Yeah, it's all good. I'm trying to, because now I'm looking at the same stuff you are, and I'm trying to see if I can figure it out too.
Yeah. So I'm here with Dusk and Asteria. Those are the two who are accompanying me at the moment. At the moment, this is, I believe, still on private, but I can maybe change this over to a public lobby now, if I remember how to do that. Yeah. So let's make us public, and now, I mean, chat, if you'd like to, you can make any requests in terms of requesting specific characters, weapons, arenas, enemies, what have you, in which case we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll just go with a random. And I was thinking that difficulty-wise, we'd kind of just get a sense of the room and see what we're feeling with the group of people that we have here. Because at least certainly with people in this Discord, I know there are many... I would say the vast majority are significantly better at this game than I am, because I am still quite new to Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. So if it were up to me, I would say we'd be hanging out in at highest silver, although if we're feeling ambitious, we could maybe push a bit into gold. So I'll leave that somewhat up to you two. I know, Asteria, you're, like I said, far better than I am at this game. But Asteria and Dusk, what are you thinking?
I'm more than happy to do whatever you're comfortable with. I don't mind at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Asteria's cool with whatever.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like, Lids, you are selling yourself short a little bit, because at least on, like, Human Vanguard, you at least, like, you can hold your own on Silver, for sure, but if we're doing, like, just kind of any characters whenever, then we might want to swap down to Bluons.
Yeah, that's I would say my personal preference is that I feel much more confident on Human Vanguard than I do anything else right now, because that's just what I've played the most. So at Silver, I feel fine with Human Vanguard, and if we were to go Gold, I'd probably feel the need to go Human Vanguard for that. But if we start to experiment a little bit more, then it starts to get a little iffier. But we're here to try it out, right?
Yeah, I mean, I have a bunch of characters that I've, like, just deployed and haven't actually played with yet, so if we just want to experiment on Bluons and have a time.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I think I'm fine with doing experimentation on Silver. And Matt, I don't know if this person is also on Discord as well, or if they're on the stream as well, but thanks for stopping by. I don't know if you can hear us, but so that's the other thing. So with the requests, at least for myself and for people in the Discord, I can't force you to abide by the requests, but if you'd like to, then I encourage you to do so. As for people who are not currently in the Discord, who knows if they're in on it or not, but seeing no such requests at the moment, let's just hop in, get ourselves warmed up a little bit here, going with a silver match. I'll stick with my go-to with Human Vanguard, and let's get going. Dusk, you ready?
I'm gonna slap on an ammo type real quick.
Let me... I actually don't have equipment on right now either. Go storage.
Reminding me.
And for those of you, if anyone does end up popping in into the Discord as we're chatting, my one rule for the stream is, to the extent possible, try to refrain from cussing. Personally, I admit, although I'm usually quite good at that, I think it's gonna be a little bit harder for me in Mass Effect. But
I'll try my best, but I'm not making any promises.
yep, that's probably right around where I am at the moment as well. Normally, I would say I'm pretty good at that, but sometimes stuff goes down and it gets frustrating and it slips out. But anyways, I'm good to go here, I think. Other than that, we have Dusk. Are you feeling okay?
Yep, I'm good.
All right, let's get in on the action. So I believe we're at random everything here on Silver.
Yeah, looks like it.
And let's see what we got. We got Geth, Firebase, and we do have the Hazard.
Oh, reactor hazard.
All right, what a way to start.
Well, at least
So-
I can't be sync killed.
Oh, that's true. That's true. That's the other thing. Is yes, as Vanguard, I'm definitely expecting to get sync killed somewhat regularly. But you know, we'll see how it plays out here. You are still alive. No, you are not still alive. I take it back. Are you still? Oh, more friends.
Wait, Liz, did you already get a Rico Carbine?
Maybe. I really like it.
Yeah, I know, it's really good. I still don't have one yet.
I apologize if you can hear my cat. She's
No
hungry
worries. I don't think I
just
can.
fed her. She still wants food.
Yeah, also, so this is obviously my first time streaming. Okay, please don't blow up the reactor right now. But thank you. This is my first time streaming Mass Effect 3 and multiplayer as well. So I will admit, finding the right times to peek over at chat when there are not many times of moments of downtime in the game, that's going to be a learning process for me. So I apologize in advance if I'm ignoring you in chat. I'm making an effort, but I'm learning here.
Yeah, best time to use the between waves.
Yeah, I mean, even then, though, sometimes it's so brief. Yeah, so what characters are you guys using?
Yeah. So go on.
I am on Human Engineer, just doing some Incinerate Overload tech combos.
Nice. Asteria, what about you?
And I'm on my human sentinel, also doing my biotic combos instead.
Nice. When you have multiple... Can you accelerate the speed at which you complete those objectives if you have multiple people on them? Is that a thing?
Not these ones, no. On the other ones, where it's like standing, like escorting the dragon.
Yeah, that
with
one it does,
everybody-
right.
Yeah, with everybody standing in the big circle, like those scale based on people, but these ones it's just one person does it.
Yeah, it's a common mistake to make.
I also completely ignored those objectives as of late, but let's see. Maybe I can contribute toward this one.
Say I'm booking it, so
I got it. I got it. Don't worry. Contributing to the team effort this time.
Ooh, that's bomber.
Oh, where did that come from? Hello, grenades. That's a shell. So somebody thought, oh, I got you, Matt. Probably. Maybe. But immediately I was tempted to try to kill that enemy over there first.
Okay, cool, we got it.
Oh, hello.
Cool.
Oh, and I'm now tabbed over to Discord as well, not even chat. So thank you for the follow. I will check who that was as soon as this wave is over. Where did they go?
I don't know.
That's the other thing I find oftentimes.
Oh, there we go.
With Vanguard is sometimes I'm just looking for him, I'll dash halfway across the map, like where did they go?
Yeah, I'm trying to find like the one pixel that you can charge at.
Obi, thank you for the follow.
You're welcome.
Oh. And are you Matt, or are you just hanging out on the stream?
I the role, so now you have control over the stream channels.
Oh, cool. So you should be able to. Ooh, whoopsies. I might be down over here.
Yeah, I think we'll probably maybe we'll switch in between matches in that case.
Yeah.
Switching
But,
mid match is probably not the best idea.
Only streamers can pull others in, so that way you are protected from intruders.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, I'm going back.
Okay,
where
thank
I
you.
was.
Yeah, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, OD's one of the community managers. He's really cool.
Yeah, I remember seeing their name around a lot, and everyone has been so helpful, so nice.
I like to
Everyone
call him
I've met.
Dad. He's basically server dad.
And Odie, it was your stream that I was stopping by earlier today, right?
Possibly, but he's gone now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
No worries.
That's fine.
Where are the gaps? Where are the gaps? Here are that is a prime. Let's not dash into that one. That's as ideas go. Those are the kinds that tend to get me in trouble.
This is why you can't have my stance.
Exactly. Let's instead shoot it. Okay. Where are the other gaps?
I'm turning the oven on. Don't go in there.
Okay. Thank you for warning me.
I mean,
Oh, it's Matt. Did Matt get stuck in there?
No, Matt! Matt did not hear that warning.
Never, boy.
In my defense, it does give a voice line to say that extension.
It does, and it does take a little while. I think it might just not include it.
That sounds like a them problem.
Right, bro. Yeah, also, when I'm dying, I'm going to be spamming the spacebar like crazy, and so you are probably going to hear jackhammer-like sounds whenever that does happen. When did this prime get here?
What fine? Never heard of it.
I didn't see a prime. Okay, please don't turn on the oven.
Turn on the oven.
Alright, now turn on the oven.
If you tell me not to do something, I'm going to do it.
Uh-oh. Alright, what do we have this time?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm right next to it. Sweet.
That's a nice spot.
Alright, so how many times are we going to fry Matt for the rest of this mission, you think?
I'm gonna be optimistic and hopefully 0.
I don't know. The data says otherwise here. We going into the oven?
Yes,
Yeah, alright.
Yeah.
Matt, I swear, now is not the time to exact revenge. I know you're thinking of it. Don't do it.
I mean, I can revive myself. That's a
Don't even think about it. I see you standing next to the button. I saw the gears turning.
What have we just seen? Anything's happening in my head. Not a single thought has crossed my mind.
Sure.
I don't
No
have
thoughts, head empty.
Alright.
Turning the oven on.
Okay, well, let me retreat real quick.
Alien Valor. That bomb is gone.
Former just went through the door.
Wait, it did? Oh, I ran away because I already just figured it was dead.
Yeah, sometimes the hitboxes just kind of clip through the walls and it's like, oh, okay.
Oh, this is a question I've been meaning to ask. Asturia, I figure you probably know. So when it comes to using weapons to apply ammo effects, so does the damage that a weapon does, like per shot, does that have any correlation to the chance it has of applying an effect, or are you better just going for high fire rate?
Just high fire rate is your best bet usually.
Okay. So like weapons that do higher damage, do they up the chance at all, or is it just that they don't up the chance really much?
Oh, and the proc chance is entirely separate.
Okay, cool.
So if you want to apply ammo effects like almost instantly, I suggest using either a weapon with really high fire rate or a projectile weapon,
Okay.
like the Acolyte or the Scorpion or the Venom Shotgun. Just grenade launchers in general also apply it instantly.
Alright, so where's the one person left?
Oh, it's a hunter in the middle.
Oh, there's several. There's several.
Okay.
Oh, there it is. I got it. Maybe.
No, you don't. I do.
Fine, I get the assist.
I think not.
You can't biotic charge into a hunter when it's cloaked like that, can you?
Unless you can retarget it, then no.
Okay,
If
yeah.
If you get a damage over time effect on it, like a burn or something, then that brief period that they're targetable, you can charge them.
What's up, Anor? How's it going? Is what infinite? Alright, let's get over this. Also, get out. Oh, never mind. Asteria's got it.
You're too slow.
That I was.
As our trusted Lord and Savior Sonic would say.
There we go.
Sonic went fast for our sins.
Ooh, hello. Goodbye.
I helped.
I'm gonna be saying that a lot today, I think. I didn't do much, but I did help.
Yeah, the weapon I'm using, the Acolyte, it's extremely effective against shields and barriers. I think the in-game files say it's about like 500% more effective.
Oh, how many waves are there? There are 10, well actually 11 waves. There's 10 and then we have to get out of here. This is a bad, very bad idea. I'm going to die
I
here.
would agree.
I got you, homie. At least, I don't know, I'm gonna put hold on, there's a gap a little bit on top of you. Okay.
There's, you know, a couple of them. No big deal, really. Now let's try running for our lives.
Okay, cool. Chain overload's putting in work.
We got him, you know?
There
That
we
was
go.
the plan all along, right?
Easy peasy.
So yeah, there are 10 waves, and then on the last wave we need to escape.
So altogether there's about 11 waves, including evacuation.
Okay, we're gonna continue to charge into primes, because that's what we do.
So luckily I can't see you. Or you have a bad time.
Hey, guess what happened? I may have charged into a Death Prime. I wanted to take it out, though. we're gonna do it again. Because here, we learn lessons when we make mistakes. Not. Yeah, exactly. I go charging straight into the strongest enemies, then I get revived because I died very quickly and immediately do exactly the same thing over again. Because why not?
I got this one.
Okay.
Chat, be warned, this will be loud.
Oh, is it gonna go? Yeah, you're using that glitch.
not necessarily a glitch, just an exploit.
So how exactly does that work? So usually what happens is you pick up that objective and you get slowed down. Do you have a way of accelerating the pace at which you can run?
Yeah, now that I've finished it, I can. Actually, I'll explain it after I've done this next one.
Okay.
Besides, I'm the tanky one, so I can run through enemies.
I know it has something to do with like spamming the pickup key while you're.
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say,
sprinting.
it seems like oh, that's another prime that I charged right into. It sounds a lot like it's basically just like dropping and re-picking it up every time.
Yeah, that's basically it. So what you do is you basically start a sprint and then you pick the object up. But because you pick it up so briefly and because you're sprinting, you automatically drop it. So like you can't do anything other than walk and use like stationary powers when you're carrying an object.
I may have charged into a prime again. I may have charged into the prime as it was exploding.
And so because you automatically drop objects when you sprint, you're mid sprint still, and so if you spam the pickup key, you keep picking it up as you're sprinting, which then drops it and then pick it up again.
Okay, so this is the extraction, the final wave. So basically, we fight enemies, and then at the end of this 2-minute timer, we need to make sure we're back in the circle, and we want to have everyone alive and in that circle in order to get the maximum bonus at the end.
And if you don't, you get publicly shamed.
That. Okay, there's a lot of people in the oven right now. I'm thinking we might want to turn it on.
Yeah, I think I'm hitting the button.
Most.
Get fried. Oh, I wanted to watch them fry and then they shoot a rocket at my face. That was rude.
That's what you deserve.
Oh yeah, I just saw some numbers pop up on my screen. That's a lot of dudes.
Ooh, where did that come from? That's a lot of people here. This is not going to end well. I can tell you right now, this is not going to end well.
Someone's shooting at me. Someone.
Ooh, don't have it back yet. Nope. Couldn't quite get the cooldown back in time. Should I revive myself?
I got you. Maybe.
Possibly.
I'm gonna say I'm
Sarah's got me.
overloading, like,
Thank you.
as many things as I can to clear out control.
Ooh. Any other amigos coming around this way? Or should we should probably just be heading back at this stage, right?
Ooh,
At around like
that side.
At around the 20-second mark, you usually wanna head back.
Yeah, so this blue circle you see on the ground here is where everyone needs to be standing at the end of this period.
He says that he immediately charges out.
It wasn't that far away, okay? The thought did cross my mind. The thought did cross my mind. But I made it back. Well done. Did we only fry a teammate once?
Yeah, it was just the one time.
Sorry,
It can
Matt.
be arranged. Pretty sure it's just a random from the public search.
I think so.
Okay, so do we want to get popped over into the stream chat?
Yes, so admittedly, I did not hear everything that they were
Basically,
explaining.
You're the only because you have the streamer role. You're the only person that can pretty much put other people into the stream calls,
Okay.
and that prevents other people from randomly joining and potentially messing up the stream.
So does that mean that I need to invite you in order to get you in?
It's just click and drag from the Discord, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like once you join stream 2, you should just be able to see us in the other room and just drag us over to it.
All right, I'm going to hop over then, and I'm going to attempt to drag you into a different Discord room. Let's make it happen.
I'm gonna go ahead and head to the bathroom real quick, so I'll be right back.
All right, no worries. Okay, I've now in the channel that I could not get into previously. Asteria is now in. Dusk is now in. All right, sweet. It worked.
In the bathroom.
Apparently. Yeah, Vids charges in. That was the idea for this character, at least. There are, so, I can show you a little bit. I've not unlocked anywhere near all the characters in the game, but so there are, for those of you who aren't as familiar with Mass Effect, there are all these different classes here. Adept, or I should guess, let me start out by saying there are sort of 3 categories of skills that every character has. There's sort of the direct combat skills, which tends to be weapon-related abilities. Then there's biotics, which is basically like super telekinetic powers. And then there are tech abilities, which are like exploding stuff or lighting things on fire. And so every class has some combination of those things. So right now we were just playing the human Vanguard, which is the hybrid between the combat abilities, so like the firing your weapon type stuff, and the biotic stuff, so like the telekinetic abilities. So the signature move is that biotic charge, the one where we're slamming into people like crazy, and then usually following up with Nova, which is the one where, well, the charge is when we go like speeding straight into them, and then the Nova is the one where we like do a big slam-a-jam.
Come on and slam.
Exactly. So it's a lot of fun. I like it a lot. But it does mean that because you're charging straight into enemies, you do get yourself in trouble a lot. Especially when you don't have the best discretion as to when and where you should and should not be doing that charge. Because there were, like I said, there were several times when I knowingly, or at least somewhat knowingly, charged straight into either the strongest type of enemy or just large groups of enemies that were going to get me in a lot of trouble. It's a very high risk, high reward. But that's the Vanguard, and then within that Vanguard class, you see there are many different types of characters that we can use, and I've unlocked some of them, but not all of them. And then we have Infiltrator, which is they're the hybrid between combat abilities and tech abilities, and their signature move is the Tactical Cloak, which is where they quite literally go invisible for a few seconds, and while they're invisible, the next skill that they use has a huge damage bonus. So it's kind of a nifty secret agent spy type playstyle. Then you have Sentinel, which is the hybrid between the tech abilities and the biotic telekinetic abilities. So it's sort of the all-rounder. Then you have the Engineer, which is the specialist for tech abilities, so tons of fire and explosion-y stuffs. Soldier is all combat-related things, and then Adept is the biotic specialist, so all the telekinetic-y stuff. So those are all the classes, at least, and like I said, we've got different species and characters with each one of these classes, and over time, of course, I'll do my best to try to unlock more of them, but it varies a bit from class to class as to how many we have available to us.
I have made it back.
Nice.
I'm thinking about what I'm going to play this time.
Yeah, so chat, if you have anything in particular that you want to see us do in for a given round, then let us know. I set up the requests so that you can request specific characters, weapons, enemies, and arenas, I think are all the ones that I did. If we go mission settings as well, like here you can see, you can change the location, which may or may not be of particular interest. There are some locations that have hazards, which means that the hazard in the previous arena where we just were was the quote-unquote oven we were talking about, where if you put people in it, and then you press a button, doors close, and then it fries whoever's in there and basically automatically kills them.
It only one-shots on bonds, though, unfortunately.
Ah, okay. So it's a lot of damage, but technically may not be enough to one-shot. Then in terms of
the enemy scale.
Then in terms of enemies, we just fought the Geth, which are basically a bunch of robots. There's also Cerberus, which are basically human mercenaries.
They're sort of like vigilantes, like
Yeah.
sort of a general human evil bad guy group.
Yeah. Then there's the Reapers, who are like the super evil aliens. I don't know how else to describe them, other than they're pretty messed up.
Pretty much it. They also like to abduct other species and turn them into Reapers as well.
Yeah, you know.
It's kind of messed up.
And then Collectors are kind of similar to the Reapers, just with a slightly different twist. They're pretty similar, at least.
They like created the Mass Effect universe, but then Reapers came and messed them up.
Yeah.
And made them evil.
Does race give you anything? So, good question. Basically, let's just go back to randoms for all that stuff. But when it comes to go back to changing our character here, so let's just look at Vanguard for the moment. So we were just playing as the human Vanguard. So if we look at our powers here, you see Biotic Charge, which, like I said, is the one where you just go smashing straight into people. Nova is the one where you slam the ground and make the big circle around us, where it's like knocking people into the air. So usually I was charging and then following up with a Nova soon thereafter. Then we had other things like passive bonuses from these two abilities here. But you'll notice if we go to change our character here and say switch over to the Krogan, same class but different species, we go to powers here and we'll see we still have the Biotic Charge, but now we have Carnage, which the human did not have. So, and Rage and Barrier, so things change a little bit from one species to the next, even if you're within the same class. So all the different characters do play differently. I think the one exception is that with each class, you can take a human male and a human female, and they are functionally, or they have access to the same skills. Obviously, you can set them up differently if you want, but they're the only ones that are completely the same, or at least have the same exact access to abilities, but I think everyone else is unique. So,
Yeah,
a lot of room for customization.
Sorry, go on.
Oh, go ahead.
Almost every class has unique abilities, except for the base human male and female, where they have the same abilities, they're just different genders.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much every class has a unique ability.
Yeah, so
Some
like
sort of
what
a unique combination.
like the Krogan, for example, are these big hulking aliens that tend to have higher HP and be more close range oriented, whereas then you'll have other smaller, squishier characters, but have other more elaborate abilities. Don't have many of them, or at least haven't tried many of them. So I think I heard Drill.
I have all of them, so if you want to see any, just let me know.
Yeah, that's true. So I may not have access to all these characters, but Asteria has been playing this game for a while, and they are an expert. So if you're interested in seeing someone like, I mean, relative to me, you certainly are.
I'm just experienced.
So if you want to see some advanced play, then I would say let Asteria know, and they can make it happen. I can try, but I'm not gonna be a textbook performer.
It's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm. I'm learning. So yeah, at least as of right now, the human Vanguard is the character that I'm most accustomed to. I've practiced it the most, played it the most, and feel most comfortable with it. But I'm certainly willing and able to switch over to something else. But if you don't have any specific requests, then of course we can hop in and we'll do whatever. Let's see. So looks like Dusk, you went over to Soldier, and Asteria is thinking Adept. So maybe I'll switch to.
I've now switched. I've officially switched over. I think I was talking about this when we played before, but I've switched over to a mouse and keyboard setup now, which means I am much more comfortable playing a Praetorian soldier who is all about headshots.
Nice.
I'm also just playing my Volus, who's sort of, he's more of a supportive class in the sense that he can refill his allies' shields.
Mm-hmm.
And this particular Volus, he has a stasis bubble, which freezes the enemy in place and sets up some really nice headshots.
And he's also a biotic god?
Well, sometimes, yeah. Depends, really. It depends if they can pull a Reaper out of the sky. Yeah.
Alright, it looks like we have lost Matt, but we gained someone else. And Asteria and Dusk, you okay to get started here?
Yeah, good.
Alright. I'll stay on the human Vanguard for now, but maybe we'll swap over to something else the next match after this, unless you guys have anything particular you want to see. Let's make it happen.
This is also going to be my first time trying out the Raptor sniper rifle.
Ooh, okay.
I've tended to use ARs on Praetorian soldier, but I am experimenting.
The Raptor isn't a great sniper rifle.
That's what I've heard, but I wanted to give it a chance to at least see what it feels
try.
like.
It's more like a semi-automatic
Yeah.
pistol, basically, but with a scope.
Honestly, it's basically just like, it's kind of like the Viper, but with a lot less damage.
Pretty much, yeah.
Alright, so this is collectors now that we're playing against. There, what just happened with that charge? I don't know. Got an edit undo. Ew. I'm sorry, did you want to use that ladder? It's a no can do. Here, another one. Somewhere. You are not dead. You are now dead. Nope. Goodbye. Alright, chat, take notice of this moment. You are never going to see this again.
I have my stream open. I have the stream open in another monitor, so I just got to see that.
Yeah, early rounds, I feel much more confident than I do later rounds, because you get generally the weaker enemies that I feel like are much easier to do on Vanguard, where you can just kind of like charge straight into somebody and not worry too much about getting overwhelmed. But once the big guys come out, then things start getting tricky.
Then we can panic. Well, that was a quick round.
Right, basically, we charge into people, go slam a jam, and we shout. That's basically the name of the game. Okay, so now we need to activate these 4 locations. And we've got our other amigo over here that we don't know. He's doing this stuff. So I will attempt to defend him. Is there any, like, score that you get from being the person that activates the objective? Or is it just like, okay, I'm taking the hit to my score here. Thanks, guys.
No, you do get like a small score bonus for being the one to activate it.
Okay. So I remember being in public matches previously where I've just been like, okay, well, I'm the one doing the objectives here, and nobody can be bothered to do anything to help out with that. It's like, okay, thanks, guys. Guess you care more about your scores than actually completing the objectives.
Yeah, that's public matches for you.
Yeah. Guess that just kind of comes with the territory.
Yeah, random people in this game are notoriously very hit or miss.
Oh, well, yeah, speaking of said person, they're down now. But you are still
they're
alive.
Dead. They're dead. Very dead.
Oh, this dude on me. Also, sorry, yeah, I accidentally shot the dude out of stasis.
Hysteria, no! How'd that happen?
You saw nothing. I slipped.
That didn't look good.
I'm very wide, okay? I'm short and round. I'm easy to push over.
So let's see, we haven't seen any Praetorians yet, have we? I don't think so.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah.
Maybe soon, though. And Scions, I don't know if we've seen any of them yet either, but we haven't seen the big ones. There's one of the big units, so these are the types of enemies that, as a Vanguard who can charge into things, this is going to backfire on us so hard right now.
Yeah, I do not recommend charging it.
Charging into Scion, not a good idea. Charging into this guy here, also very bad idea. Because they explode. You probably heard in the background there.
But if you headshot them, they go.
I got you, Dusk. Casually stepping on the guy's face. Yeah, the enemy is currently underneath your feet. So get it back. Go. Dude. Oh, that was a Scion. We were kind of out in the middle of, you know, there where we could get shot by everyone. Maybe not the best place to be chilling. But outstanding work, team.
You know, I'm not gonna lie. The rafter is it's a vibe for sure.
It's one way of putting it.
Yeah, it's I don't know. I guess I don't know. With the headshot damage that it does, it's pretty good. But like,
There's a Praetorian, in case you're wondering what that is.
I was not quite expecting to need to tap this many times.
It's not a bad gun. There's just other guns that do still a lot better.
I
Yeah.
don't want to be here right now.
What down me?
So that thing can shoot laser beams, and also can insta-kill people. So it's not really an enemy that I want to be chilling next to, if you know what I mean. Same with this one, to tell you the truth. But we got that. Whoa, there go the laser beams. It is shooting us through the wall. There's nowhere to go. Granted, it was the collector dude who was just chilling right next to us who actually got the killing blow on us. But should I revive?
No, he's got you.
Gracias.
I think
Also
there's a
gracias.
Scion over here on the left.
I see.
Yeah.
You cannot go through that door. I will not allow it.
I haven't played Smoke in a very long time.
Enemies down. Good shooting. Enemy down to half strength.
It seems like our buddy here is on the N7 Destroyer Soldier, which I used to have back on console, and that thing is fun. It's basically like you just have like a borderline mech suit, you have like missile launchers on your shoulder, and just like all kinds of good stuff.
There are a couple Scions back there in that back left corner, which I don't particularly want to be chilling with.
One in the opposite direction. I'm so short, I can't even see over the cover.
I was playing a little bit of Ola Sentinel earlier, and that is a very real debuff that comes with the class. Is the visibility.
Or lack thereof.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, like, do we go down to attack the possessed Scion? Probably not.
I do not
Probably a
recommend
bad
I'm
idea.
gonna say, I'm just trying to kind of distract it over here.
Alright, I'll bail you out. A little bit. And by bail you out, I mean possibly die. Probably die. This is also a horrendous place to be standing right now, on top of like a bazillion grenades.
Okay, hold up.
That actually wasn't the Scion that did the trick.
Ooh.
Or actually, technically it was, for the finishing blow at least, but... that guy's gonna kill me though. I gotta
He's not.
revive.
You're lucky I was there covering you. Else he would have executed you.
Oh, I do not have the charge back yet.
Enemy is regrouping. Bogeys incoming. Copy that.
Okay, we got a lot of dudes hanging out right there. Oh, that's a Praetorian and a Scion. Oh man, that's a party over there. Oh, that's also Praetorian. One moment while I proceed to run away. It's a tactical repositioning is all.
You say so?
It's coming for us. It's coming for us.
Speak to yourself.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Well,
Hello.
I'm just gonna... I'm also gonna pull a tactical reposition. I had a nice little sniper spot, and then there was a Praetorian coming in on the left side and a Scion on the right side, and I'm like, this
Oh.
is not a good spot anymore.
I think I just took that spot because I now see said enemies. Owie. Where did you go? There you are. Those are also enemies that I don't particularly want to be hanging out with right now.
We're gonna have to eventually.
It's true, but I'd rather not at the moment. Ow. How's the Praetorian going? Hey, see, that's when I charge in on the Scions when they're already in their dying animation.
Enemies inbound. Got him.
Speaking of Scions, here's one now. Here's one
All right,
here.
I'll be a little more proactive this time. Although I'm pretty sure you still killed it before I got over there.
Yeah.
See someone there?
You can detonate my stasis bubble, by the way. If you charge into enemies, I freeze before I kill them.
I have intentionally done that about once. Dusk, no!
Yeah, I was trying to run away. They got me in the back. Okay, I'm going. They were on top of me.
Oh. Oh, thank you. It's like, wait, where'd that come from? Then we round the corner to see this humongous explosion right in front of the stereo. Like, oh, don't mind me.
It's my own business. No, standard flawless things.
Okay, the husk cannot be bothered. Ow. Stereo.
Something at me.
Oh, also, I... Huh?
Because y'all weren't watching our flank.
Yeah. Nope, okay, thank you. It's like, is that a friend, or is that someone about to stomp the living daylights out of me?
How can I fear your pocket bullets is here?
Not dead? Rude.
It can be arranged. Fun fact, Wallace are actually a lot more violent than Krogan are. They're just
What?
quiet about it. Yeah, they're just quiet about it.
They're so subtle, you wouldn't expect it out of them.
Literally. They're just passive aggressive.
Oh, that's it. That's too juicy. I'm doing it. Oh, I didn't hit the Praetorian.
Ah.
I got 2 Scions. That's okay.
It wasn't worth missiling, honestly.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. But if I could hit all 3 of them, then maybe. But
It would just make them move from elsewhere. It wouldn't make a difference that way.
oh, do they actually like spawn again if you kill them early?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
The
so it's
Scions
just
this is?
any enemy, really.
Oh, wow.
Because if you notice, they also like take less damage when they first spawn in.
Ah.
They're
Just to kind of prevent you from destroying them before they get the chance to do anything?
basically, yeah. And yeah, it just makes them respawn elsewhere on the map. So that's why it's always best to save missiles for like objective waves, or if someone's about to get sync killed, for instance.
I don't know what you're talking about. He says as he charges into enemies that are about to sink kill him.
I'm not mistaken.
I was going to do it, and then I thought, you know, not today. Not right now. Let's instead kill Steel.
And you still didn't.
Nah, I still didn't pull it off.
A downed pilot jettisoned his cargo before crashing. Retrieve
I got it.
Give me the ball. Give me it.
No.
Wow. Guess we'll just have to go find where you live.
I was gonna say, so how do I? Okay, I won't try to do the elaborate thing.
Yeah.
I will refrain from doing so. I will not experiment on this occasion.
Or spacebar.
Yeah. So is it basically just like spamming the spacebar as quickly as you can?
Yeah. You like have to kind of hold it to start the sprint and then just keep stacking it up.
Yeah, we not good. Gracias! Time to run!
The objective.
The moment when you get revived, look up, you see a Praetorian staring right at you, like, oh! So that's how this is gonna go down, is it? Ow, jeez. Stuck in a dying loop. No, Saria! Should I self-revive then?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not
Doing
gonna
it.
get you.
Oh yeah, and they're about to stop me anyway.
It's because everyone drags them all here because everyone's near the LZ. So they're all coming to the LZ.
Oh! Yup! Running! Oh my god! It's like 5 near insta-kills, or not like insta kills, but like get back up and almost immediately get demolished.
Get down.
I was asking myself the same question.
I was behind a wall.
Oh, hello, Praetorian.
I reckon my money in the other direction.
Yep, I'm with you on that one. You'll see you. Nope, not quick enough. I would like to take cover right about now. I did not take cover when I pressed the cover button, and so I died.
I'm not saying you deserved it.
I mean, I did for not taking cover. The intention was there. This is also a very bad idea.
You're full of things that aren't.
Oh, absolutely. That's my specialty, really. Okay, now who is trying to kill me? Who is it who is trying to kill me? This guy. Uh-oh. But that did not hit you, apparently. That did. Did we get a full extraction last match?
Yes, we did.
Okay. So, no pressure, team, but oh god, there are 2 Scions there. Let's stick with the husks instead.
Oh, that's what was behind me. I do not look into this instant. That one explodes.
Whoa! Hello! Goodbye. I would like to get out of here. Ideally, right now. Oh, hello, Praetorian. Hello, enemies that I do not see where they're coming from. Aha, you missed. You probably will help me, though. That also is a Praetorian that's trying to snipe me.
I don't recommend going anywhere near the landing pad.
Yeah, I'm trying to get out of there now. Not good.
I'm possessed. I'm sick of you.
Too close to the Scion. Too close to the Scion.
Okay, I'm heading to LZ now.
Alright, I am running now.
Let's go.
Hello, Scion. Goodbye, Scion. Okay, don't get sniped by the Praetorian at the very end.
This is fine.
Well done, team. What's up, Consensus Voice? How are you? Yeah, I've been using the Rieger weapon, and I love it. Does seem really good.
It's one of the most overpowered weapons in the game.
So I've been running just that at the moment, and my other alternatives would be I have a couple of the N7 shotguns. Like, the Venom is really strong, it seems, but aiming this thing is just such a pain in the butt. Because it, like, throws out, like, a little grenade-like thing. But trying to gauge how much it's going to drop, I'm so bad at that. And the Wraith is new to me, or relatively new to me, but it's really light, which is intriguing, because it means we get a really fast power recharge speed.
Really good. The Wraith is really good for sort of ability-focused characters.
Exactly, yeah. I felt like, you know, when I used this, I could basically just go straight from one Biotic Charge. Well, I would like Biotic Charge, then Nova, and by the time I'm done with the Nova animation, I can practically Biotic Charge immediately afterward, which is pretty sweet. And then we have just the default one. So for those of you who aren't familiar with the way the weapon system works in Mass Effect 3, basically the idea is we have our sniper rifle slot, our assault rifle slot, our SMG slot, our shotgun slot, and our heavy pistol slot. And we can put a weapon in any of those spots. We could even use two weapons if we wanted to. But each weapon has its own weight. And what that means is that it's sort of like a countermeasure against just loading up on every single weapon in the game. The more weight you are carrying, the longer it takes for you to recharge your powers. So if you wanted to, you could deliberately take 0 weapons and just make your powers recharge as quickly as possible and be
Sadly,
a power-oriented build.
you can't have no weapons. I've tried.
Oh, really? You can't?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can still, like, you can take one really light.
Yeah, just go
pistol
something
with a
super light.
SMG
Uh-huh.
and max out. You can still max out your power recharge speed that way.
Gotcha. Yeah, so, like, some weapons here, like the shotguns tend to be on the heavier side, but, like, SMGs and pistols tend to be on the lighter side, so if you want to be going all-out powers, then that's the way to go, so kind of trying to reach a little bit of a middle ground here. Let's switch back, though, to Rika, because I do love it. But, I was also thinking, you know, chat, let us know if there's anything in particular you want to see for this next match. Happy to honor any requests you may have. Otherwise, I was thinking, I've been going a couple matches here at the human male Vanguard. I probably should swap this around to something else, and as for what that ought to be, let me know what you think. So we've been focusing on the charging and the slamma-jamming, but that's the Vanguard specialty. So I was thinking we'd probably try something else. I feel like we haven't seen much of the other biotic ability. Well, Asteria was just doing the stasis, but like singularities or throws, I feel like could be some fun.
Oh, actually, I have a question. The N7 Slayer Vanguard's phase disruptor. I know it's technically a tech power, so does it only detonate tech abilities and not biotic abilities?
I think it depends on the ability.
Okay, but
Well,
like,
some abilities can be detonated by any other ability, like incendiary rounds. If they get the fire effect, you can detonate it with any ability, or is it called?
right.
But I can't say I've played the Slayer Vanguard enough to tell.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go human sentinel for some biotic combos.
Hit him with your whip and hit him with your throw.
Exactly.
You know
And
what?
deactivate your armor.
I think I'm gonna do that too, actually.
But either that or, I mean, maybe I'll go adept for the warp singularity instead. I don't know. I feel like they're pretty similar, but at least those two abilities, singularity
Warp
and
Prime
and throw.
detonate. In case you didn't know. You can
Say
do
again?
either. Warp can prime or detonate.
Mm-hmm. And singularity is only priming, right?
Yeah, because it distends them in the air.
Mm-hmm.
And Shockwave detonates as well.
Okay. Yeah, and so basically the general rule of thumb for either the tech abilities or the biotic telekinetic abilities is you have one ability that is sort of the setup, or the primer ability that sort of puts people in like a state of burning, or a state of like they're in this telekinetic bubble, and then you have a follow-up ability that is the quote-unquote detonator, which, as you can probably imagine based on the name, makes things go boom. So a lot of characters have a combination of both one ability that is a primer and then another ability that is the detonator, and so that is the combo you generally want to pull off, is you set it up and then you make it go boom. So yeah, I'm gonna go Adept, I think, after all. Let me just make sure I've got reasonable equipment here. I might even have the Rieger, yeah, as my shotgun as well. I don't think I've used all of my skill points here, because I wasn't entirely sure how to finish up this character, but this might still be workable as is at the moment.
I suggest prioritizing warp, then singularity.
Warp, then singularity? What would you recommend for the last one on warp? Pierce or recharge speed?
Armor weakening is always sort of the best go-to.
Okay.
So I recommend.
Okay, let's try Pierce then.
Because if you have a light build, recharge speed doesn't matter too much anyway.
Mm-hmm. Then for singularity, I'm looking at either the last one for damage or the detonate inflicts. What is this? Basically, like larger area of effect.
Yeah, it's just like a stronger detonation. That's good if you're focusing on detonations, but if you're not, then I'd go with just damage.
Well, I thought, is singularity... I thought the last one on that makes just the field detonate when it goes out and doesn't affect, like, its biotic combos.
Oh yeah, when the field dies, it inflicts damage. Yeah, that is a little bit of a deceiving name in that case. I guess it's not really for detonation, is it? Well, I guess it detonates the singularity, but it's not like the typical combo where you throw in another ability to make it go boom. It just goes boom all by itself.
I mean, you can, because it
You
does
could.
make more damage. And it also throws them across the stage.
Okay. Yeah, so I don't have a strong preference here.
Oh wait, actually, so does the field dying and detonating, does that detonate warp if an enemy has warp on them?
I don't know.
Huh, okay.
I've never tried.
Maybe we try this in that case? Go for the detonate? See what it's all about? Give it a shot. I have a few skill points remaining. Is Shockwave... I just outright didn't take it on the Vanguard. Is it even worth investing at all in that for an Adept?
It's useful on Adept because it's sort of a short range throw, basically. And it's instant cast, so you don't have to like wait for it to hit something.
So it's basically like if you get rushed down by a bunch of people and you just need to create some time and space, you do that to give yourself a minute?
And because it has a lot of force behind it, it gives off a really powerful detonation if you combo it with either warp or singularity.
Oh.
And it also pierces through cover as well, and through sets of walls.
It is
Okay.
also able to detonate the warp on its own, which the singularity cannot do.
Okay.
Yeah, well, warp can detonate singularity, but singularity can't detonate warp because it's a priming only ability.
Let's throw some things in Shockwave then.
So just throw a few things in it because you're using it mostly just to detonate, not
Yeah.
necessarily for damage.
Okay. I think we'll live with that then. Alright, I suppose I'm ready to go now. So what do we have? Dusk is going Sentinel, Asteria's Engineer, I'm Adept, and then person who we don't know is going Soldier. So it sounds like we got a pretty good mix.
So I think this
Oh,
is...
and then Honor chose characters, and I didn't notice. This is correct.
Oh, damn. That actually... Oh, that is a good question. Yeah, how are you planning to handle those requests? Is it just for you, or is it for, like, as many people as we can, fit a
Yeah,
request for?
so I'll remind me, Honor, and I'll definitely do it for the next one. But I think, what we'll do is definitely me, And to the extent that other people are here and like on the Discord call, then I would strongly encourage you to do it as well. Also, who are we up against this time? Reapers? Okay. I'd encourage you to do it as well. But obviously I can't force you to do it. Then for the random people who happen to be along with us, then, I mean, like, there's pretty much no way of them knowing that we're trying to do that. So I think that pretty much is just the Wild West. So now I am the biotic specialist. Person who throws these abilities all around, makes people go all floaty and whatnot.
Stay alert. Enemy is regrouping.
So when with Singularity, this creates like a field that basically is like a zero gravity field. Then we have Warp, which is like almost like an explosion that kind of like tears apart their armor. That's the main combo we're looking for. Ooh, hello. And then we got Shockwave, which is the thing that is more of a short range. I mean, we can test that right here. That. This is definitely a class that I'm not as familiar with, so this is going to be more of a learning experience for me. And there was Dusk doing the Biotic Combos.
Yeah, I'm basically going to be following you around and acting as your detonation button.
Okay,
so I can
that's
just
cool.
spam flow all over the place, so...
I keep on missing with my singularities, though, so I'm not doing you any favors right now. Oh, hello, dude that was right behind us.
Oh.
Enemy is regrouping.
Yeah, sorry about that one, Honora. But it gives you more time to at least see what your options are in terms of the types of characters we can use. Okay, so for this one, we're just all chilling here in this circle until that meter in the top right corner gets filled up. Anyone come this side? But I can tell. So yeah, these are Reapers, which we've not yet faced today. And they're kind of similar to the previous enemy we were going against.
Time to complete the mission.
They're also aliens. Sort of. And so these abilities can technically maneuver around walls a little bit. You'll see they're kind of heat-seeking to a certain extent. Let's make this go boom. There we go! That's the combo we're looking for. Alright, I did just throw it at the people that you just took out. Boom. Boom. Okay, I hear people up there. I may have just thrown that ability at Dusk. And by may have, I mean I absolutely just deliberately targeted Dusk with that ability.
Good thing there is no friendly fire. if there was, this would be tough.
Yep.
It can be arranged.
Just you wait. Okay, so we just heard the sound effect for what is one of the Reaper's best, their second best enemy, which I think, chat, you're going to find quite interesting if you haven't seen it yet. It's this.
It was this.
It was that. We took care of it pretty quickly, though. Can hit them. Somebody did. Still over there? They are still over there. That was not supposed to be a Shockwave, but it was a Shockwave.
If anything, I find that brutes are one of the easiest enemies to go against. Because they're so slow, and as long as you keep your distance, they're really easy to take down.
Okay, yeah, and once you like learn the animations, you can kind of figure out what, like when they're gonna charge and stuff. It's pretty easy to like roll out of the way most of the time.
Yeah, their charge has a surprising amount of range on it, though. Hello.
Some fine work, team. Enemy is regrouping.
You know, there have definitely been times when I feel like I'm a safe distance away, and I'm like, oh no, you can go much further than that.
Yeah, your best chance is to just dodge to the side.
Okay, that's the sound effect for their strongest enemy. The Banshee.
Banshees.
I would argue is probably the scariest enemy in the game. That's it right there.
It wouldn't be so bad if they didn't teleport.
Yep.
That's because they teleport. Which is terrifying.
Got that one down. There's another brute.
There isn't.
Yeah, it is gone now. Oh. Another brute. It did not care at all about my singularity. Maybe it will this time. Oh, that's a Banshee. That's what that is. I did not see that. Let's not stand next to it.
I would not recommend it. This Venom guy is having a bit of trouble.
Yeah, it does kind of seem like that. Oh, they just heard a brute. Did I not? Might have just got rid of it though.
Enemy forces down to 1.
Get over here.
Marks, team. Enemy down to half.
So, and that is the nice thing about singularity, which I'm not sure if either of us brought this up before, but lifting enemies with it is not the only way to detonate. If it's like right on top of an enemy, so it's still doing its damage over time effect, then you can still detonate it with warp even if it's not actually lifting an enemy.
I recommend taking cover.
Is that a Banshee in the corner as well?
Let's hope not.
So now we need to escort this drone. I think we've had this one before though. There's a brute down there. Is that our pal over there? Is he just like glitching out right now? No? Is that Dusk? No.
What?
It's like a Solarian down there that's just running at a wall?
Yeah, the decoy.
That's my decoy.
Oh,
It mimics-
okay. I was like,
It
what is
mimics
that?
What I do, basically. As you know, you expect a decoy to do. Decoy is one of the most surprisingly useful abilities in the game, in my opinion. Because it comes in handy far more often than you think.
Mission accomplished. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
See you, Rumi. Thanks for stopping by.
He's incoming. Copy that.
Okay, that's again the Banshee sound. And it's over here.
I'm also an idiot. No, this is not properly.
Coming after me. I would like to... No, that is not the direction I wanted to go in. Please not toward the Banshee.
She wants to speak to your manager.
I hope not. Banshee down.
And there's another one right here.
Yep, there sure is. Your decoy's just running straight up to it.
Like I said, it's surprisingly useful. Because it periodically shocks them as well.
Oh, that is nifty.
With a little bit of damage. Not much, but just a little bit. And it's
This was Ravager's up top. Taking care of it, but it caught me off guard doing it.
How dare you just jump out of my singularity like that? That was rude.
Enemy is regrouping. Time to reload.
Got him as he was hopping down off that ledge. And he's like, nope, can't be bothered.
Enemies approaching.
Look out, Asteria! Behind you!
Blah, blah, blah.
I got you, don't worry.
That's the most deadly enemy of all. Almost.
Where did they go?
There's two brutes.
I don't see
On
the
far right
brutes.
side.
Ravager. There's definitely a brute that is, I feel like it's right up those stairs. It is right up those stairs. Apparently I killed it. Or no, that was something else I killed. Okay, never mind.
Right. You see it.
I just shot your decoy.
Good job. It's doing its job.
Oh, there's a husk on top of me. Where's that coming from? Right there.
Clean sweep. Well done. Enemy is
Yeah, oftentimes you just be kind of being shot at and you don't really know where from.
Yeah. It gives you the general direction sometimes, but even then you're like, I really don't know.
Pretty much.
Eh.
You just kind of end up whipping your camera around to try and find what's shooting you.
Yeah. That's definitely ended not so well for me on a few occasions. Kind of like being right next to a Banshee has.
A fun trick to do with Banshees is to try and cancel their animations of throwing out their orb. So they throw an orb which does damage over time. It's not fun, because it can down you. But if you fire an ability,
Oh, that's Banshee.
oftentimes they put up like a force field to stop you using abilities against them.
Okay.
Like when she's still glowing, and she can't really powered up. But you can cancel her animation so she doesn't throw out the orb. Good damage. Because they prioritize blocking the force.
That was not an enemy.
Depends on your definition of enemy.
I'm pretty sure it was you, Hysteria, so I don't know, you tell me.
Make me turn friendly fire on. I've always wondered what PvP in Mass Effect 2 would be like.
I mean, there's that mission in the campaign in, what is it, Citadel? It's kinda like that.
Yeah, the Armax arena. The modding community for Mass Effect 2, which is very active and is in the Discord server, most of which. They have created a map pack.
Oh, whoopsies. I did not mean to do that. Ugh.
Oh, 1 second. You
Yeah.
do have some Banshees in and around at the moment.
I was gonna say, I hopped over cover when I meant to get out of cover and run away.
I totally did not miss that first missile.
Owie.
located. Disarm. Half are disabled. Keep going.
Alright, taking out the bugaboos. That was probably a friend who was firing that. Another Banshee down here. That I absolutely whiffed on. It is right next to me.
The trick is to try not to kill them, so then they don't respawn. But
Don't kill the Banshees?
well, otherwise they'll just respawn and potentially spawn closer.
Oh, no.
I thought when you were
Okay, I
talking
got
about that
it.
earlier that you were suggesting that there's quite a bit of, or that it's only if you like kill it almost instantly that they come back. But do they
On
actually
objective-
come back even if you kill
on
them like
objective
mid-round?
waves- Yeah, on objective waves, it's like a set pattern of enemies, and so just killing them just makes them respawn. It's also useful to mention that there's an exploit against sort of enemies that can insta-kill you, like banshees, brutes, that sort of thing. If you're on a different elevation, like on stairs or ramp, for some reason they can't instant-kill you.
Oh,
Like, they can
that's a
still do
nifty
damage,
trick to know.
but They can still damage you and stuff, but they can't insta-kill you most of the time. Sometimes, particularly Banshees, just say, you know what, no. I don't care if you're on this slope, I'm going to execute you. But most of the time, you're generally safe, as long as they're not on the same level as you.
Okay, here, baddies. That is because there is Banshee that is following me right now.
Don't be shy, fill up full of lead. Yeah, I believe there's only 2 abilities that can still damage a Banshee through her power shield. I think that's Dark Channel and Reeve, I believe.
Like, Dark Channel and Reeve are the only abilities that can what?
That can damage a Banshee when she has her power shield up.
Oh.
As far as I'm aware. I could be wrong.
I should not be hanging out this close to the extraction zone. Whoa.
That's just not there.
Oh, hello. Please use an ability here. Or not.
I got you.
Gracias. We start heading back soonish.
Yeah, 25 seconds left. Generally, you kind of want to head back around the 20-second mark. And sort of 40 on the larger maps.
Just casually whittle away at the Banshee is chilling next to us.
It's fine.
We got it. No worries.
Relax, I'm a doctor.
Okay, I have a pack to buy.
Noise. Alright, Anor, if you are still interested in doing so, you are welcome to request a specific character, and like we were saying, I'm happy to do whatever you request. As for the others, I encourage them, if you have any requests for them, to follow what you go for. But as for Nowask 506 down here, this person's not on the call, so who knows what they're going to do.
I mean, I'm more than happy to oblige. I haven't got anything to lose. I have pretty much every character and every weapon, so.
Okay, I'm supposed to go Turian Sentinel. Sure. Do you have anything that you would like for Asteria or Dusk to use? Asteria says they have basically everything. Dusk probably has more than me, but may not have absolutely everything.
Yeah, I'm staying. I have sizable chunks missing, but I have a decent bit of stuff.
Okay, Nora says no worries. Not prepared to request for everyone. Okay, that's fine. I do have some ability points to spare for the Turian Sentinel. I've gone almost all in on Warp and Overload. I'm not a huge tech armor person, even though that is technically the signature ability of the Sentinels. But
I do recommend using it.
do you recommend it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It gives a lot of damage mitigation, which is very useful.
Okay.
Yeah, and if you want to do more powery stuff on Turian Sentinel with Warp and Overload, then there are later evolutions that give you power damage and lessen the power recharge speed penalty from your attack armor as well.
Awesome. So yeah, Nor, just as an overview of the character we're talking about here. So we have the Sentinel is sort of the all-rounder, a little bit of the biotic telekinetic abilities, a little bit of the tech-based abilities. The signature move is this tech armor, which is basically like almost a force field we can put around us that gives us some additional damage mitigation. However, it does slow down our cooldowns for our powers. So it's kind of like, okay, you're sacrificing some offense in order to get some defense. And then other than that, we have Warp, which is one of the telekinetic abilities that we were using on our previous character, the one that sort of like whittles away at people's armor. And then Overload, which is designed to basically sabotage opponents' shields, in addition to Turian Veteran and Fitness, which are both passive things. So let's see. For the other thing is for the armor, we can have it active to have ourselves reducing damage, and then we can detonate it when people are nearby, and it basically creates an explosion that deals damage. But it sounds like the damage mitigation, based on what you're saying, Asteria, is the way to go for the tech armor.
Oh, for sure. Especially on a character like a Turian, which has decreased mobility.
Oh, okay.
Turians can't dodge roll.
Oh,
Basically, they can
Good
get
to
in
know.
cover, but they can't dodge roll. Similar to Krogans in a way,
okay.
whereas Krogans are just angry. Their entire
Okay.
thing is they're very melee focused. They like to charge into things and like headbutt stuff.
So would you recommend going all in on tech armor, or should I focus on other things and just have a somewhat upgraded tech armor? What do you think?
I'd say put a few points into tech armor. I'd say prioritize warp because overload isn't very powerful.
Oh, okay. I already put a fair number of points in overload, but I won't take the last upgrade with it at least.
At least compared to other abilities, overload
Gotcha.
isn't as good as some others. Like energy drain, which I had on the Solarian Engineer, is basically just a better overload. Where
Okay.
Yeah.
it drains shields and it also replenishes yours.
Okay, so it's like the damage plus the defensive bonus as well.
Yeah.
I would say kind of the niche usage that Overload has is you can take double chain Overload and also Neural Shock, and then it can be like a pretty good crowd control tool because it can be knocking down organics and it can chain to multiple enemies and just knock a bunch of stuff down. But generally, a lot of other powers are better at doing just the tech damage thing.
Yeah. Overload is mostly just used for detonating a lot of the time anyway.
Yeah, because that's also where chain overload is really good. Because if you have powers that are doing damage in a radius, then overload can chain to enemies and set off multiple explosions.
All right, I've not fully upgraded the powers, but I think we're in at least a decent place here. Let me just double check where I stand
Yeah.
from a weapon standpoint.
Prioritize warp, then tech armor, and then overload.
Okay.
Because warp is an extremely useful ability.
All right, going back to the Rieger Carbine because it's great.
You disgust me.
Maybe we can throw in a little more in tech armor. Increase power damage and force, or increase melee damage. Power damage and force seems like that's probably the way to go for the tech armor. That makes sense. I feel like that ought to be the go-to route. Let's go for that. Okay. I think I'm now ready. Oh, and Dust, you're going with the Krogan Warlord?
Yeah, I heard people talking about Krogans in melee, and I just
Couldn't help
I
yourself.
became blind with rage.
Blind with rage and a very big hammer.
We need you to take back this location.
I love this spell so much.
In this zone. Get in there and
Okay.
take them out.
Collectors.
We're on this map again.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
map.
same
We were here
enemies.
previously. Yeah, weren't we? Yeah, we were facing the collectors here.
Mhm.
What are you going with this area? What do you have?
I'm currently on the Asari Justicar Adept,
Noise.
who sort of works in a sort of area control and lockdown, really.
Okay. Tech armor is on. Let's blow it up. You are not close enough to blow up the armor on you.
I do not recommend detonating the armor. It's not worth it.
Yeah, I'm not used to that. Go steal.
Outstanding work.
Well done, team.
Still active. Stay alert.
Killed 2 people. One of which was a kill steal.
Most of the time with tech armor, your best bet is just to leave it on and forget about it.
Mhm.
Because oftentimes the mitigation is more valuable than the actual damage detonation itself.
Here's our warp. So this is Dusk, the huge Krogan.
Yeah.
Where's that coming from? Who are we shooting? You, directly in front of us. You. No way. I didn't like that. I also don't like this. Please go away.
Some good work down there. Enemy is regrouping. Classified intel embedded into network.
Ooh, okay.
Use a terminal
My time to shine.
data.
Noise.
Maintain connection.
The
Convenient
dome,
little shield.
the sphere I deploy, it doesn't shield you from bullets, but it does mitigate damage.
Okay.
Because otherwise I would be ridiculously overpowered.
That would be pretty strong.
Especially considering how big it is as well.
We need the upload ASAP.
Oh man. Warps those bugs out of existence.
My dome also warps enemies who enter it as well. It makes them take more damage and also applies warp.
Ooh, there are explosives here.
I can resist the grab, I'm sorry. Grabs are like one of the hardest things to achieve in the game, purely for the fact that enemies don't stay still for very long behind cover. Because if you sort of get on the other side of cover, when an enemy's on the other side, it'll pop up the little fist symbol, and if you hold heavy melee, then you can perform an execute on that particular enemy.
That was quick. What else do we have here? Yep, you got it. Oh, is that a new person who joined us?
Yeah, it's a new person.
Clean sweep. Well done.
Wow, doing a kill.
Enemy
Good.
is regrouping. Enemies approaching. Understood.
Alright, Dusk. Let's do this.
Yeah, look, Praetorian.
Oh, maybe let's
Don't
not do
like
this.
that. Let's not.
On second thought, one moment will I retract that statement that I just made. Oh, I missed. I hear it. I don't see it. This is concerning.
Ooh, there it is. It's over next to the
Oh,
landing pad.
there it is. Yep. You're right.
I'm on the way.
Please take cover. Let's rather than take cover, let's run. What if we just run rather than take cover and try not to get completely obliterated by these people who are right on top of us? Except we're going to. Yep. Should have acted a little more quickly on the melee there, I think. Ross, yes.
Mission accomplished.
Gotta love when you're running around, you just occasionally see enemies that are floating through the air.
Oh, you know how it is.
We've got intel.
Just hashtag just biotic things.
Yep.
You're about to say that. I'm not throwing my bubble at him. Okay, there's more.
Noise.
Yeah, enemies take, I think, up to 25% more damage in my sphere.
Oh, really?
And they also get a priority to the warp as well.
Which means I might actually, if somebody has a, like if a Scion has the biotic field on them, I might be able to one-shot them with a biotic hammer.
Yeah, I mean, my Reeve is also climbing as well, so...
Yeah.
A-bomb is, of course, short for Abomination, which are basically just explosive husks.
Mission accomplished.
Why, hello, good sir.
That's all of them. Good work. Hostiles neutralized. Regrouping.
Alright, I'm gonna not be on the opposite side of the map from everyone else. That feels like a bad idea.
It's not the worst. It just kind of funnels them.
Okay, you're a Praetorian. Here it is. Out of the middle. Nope, I missed. There's no chance that's hitting.
Not with an attitude. I can.
Cool. I got you.
Wait, Mr. Praetorian? Oh, with that. No, that's
Oh.
not nice.
I did not even see that one. Let's run. Right now.
Amateurs.
Team member offline.
That's missed.
Nice shot.
Maybe this person revived themselves, I suppose?
Yeah, they just.
Yeah, it looks like they did.
I don't like you anymore. You keep stealing my kills.
That's all of them. Good work. Enemy is regrouping. Here they come.
Let me at him. Where'd they go?
Oh no, my gauge just went down. Ugh. Okay. There's a success Dave on behind you.
Oh,
Exploded.
thanks for the warning. Just in time to brace myself for the explosion.
That's not what I meant to do. That's okay.
Live your decisions.
Outstanding work. Enemy is still active. Stay alert.
I need to reload? Probably not. We'll do it anyway.
Always reload.
That was not really the skill nor the enemy I wanted to use. There we go.
Ooh, get me out of here.
Not using overload when I mean to use warp.
I've walked all here.
Oh, hello. Hello, friend.
Team member is hurt.
Yeah, I'd be careful with the Krogan because you can still be sync killed. You can still be extra.
Yeah, I know. I only ever try to get a heavy melee in when they are facing the opposite direction and distracted by somebody else, so I can just get it in and then we run away as soon as they turn to face me.
I agree. That's probably the best bet.
Squad member needs help.
He failed. Okay.
Outstanding work, team.
Active. Stay alert.
There's a possessed swarm stuck up there.
Alliance needs research data from here.
It's pretty common on this map, especially for enemies to kind of get stuck up in the spawning area. Nothing.
Oh, yep. Praetorian incoming. Ooh, very much incoming.
Complete the mission. Upload stopped. Reacquire. Upload stopped.
Praetorian 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Oh, thank you.
The most annoying thing about
It's coming in.
Electric, even the enemies themselves, it's just the swarms. And Praetorian on the right side.
Connection broken. Reacquire.
Oh no. Alright, close enough.
Oh, yep, there's the Praetorian. I did not see what that was, but I threw a warp at it.
I think you were warped by their Scion. Their grenades can warp you.
Ow.
Oh, there's a Scion up here.
Not alone.
I'm just gonna keep kiting it over this way.
Okay. Heading over.
Sensors tell me only one left. Clean sweep. Enemy is regrouping. Get to the LZ.
Okay, let's not get to the LZ first. He says as everyone is standing right next to the LZ. Ooh. Oh, that's also Praetorian that can hit me from here. Yup, it flanked me. I was focused on the side, like, oh, well, there's a laser beam shooting me in the face. Thank you. Now we run. And I may have blown that guy up right on top of you guys.
Sorga's body is so big it blocks like all my vision.
There is a Praetorian right behind us right now. Just heads up. It is
Okay. Well,
it's
that's,
heading right there.
Not really good.
Oh great, I'm sandwiched between it. Okay.
Oh, oh.
It's too
Oh
silent
no.
as well.
Oh, hello. Goodbye. We might want to start heading over soon.
Yeah.
Careful. Shuttles in LZ. Area's compromised. Get to the LZ. Extraction complete. Enemies down.
We did it. Is that everybody that time?
I believe so.
Yep.
All right, I'm not gonna jinx it, but well done, team. I won't be more specific than that.
I love Klugen Warlord so much. Just a big dumb hammer.
All right, tell you what, I'm gonna take a quick break here and just go to the bathroom. I'll be back in a few minutes, but chat, let us know if there's anything you want to see for the next right. Wrong game, Lids. the next match in particular. But I'll be back in just a minute.